A former White House doctor has come out and raised some concerns surrounding the health of Joe Biden. So, not that any of us thought that he was in great health or anything, but it seems to be deteriorating just quicker than anybody would have even thought. So let's read this article together. And it says, former White House doctor warns that Biden won't last another 5 years in office. They're saying that he has completely degenerated just during the time in his office. And this is a doctor who served under George Bush, who served under Donald Trump, who served under Barack Obama. So this isn't some run-of-the-mill, was in there for 6 months and now all of a sudden he has a political opinion that this man was unfit for duty. No, this is somebody who was trusted by the White House to give their unbiased opinion about the health of our presidents. And he's come out and said that he does not believe Joe Biden is in any shape or form able to act the duties. Now, I agree completely. Like anybody who's the only thing that they could have done that's worse than this is what they did to Feinstein, right? Where they wheeled her out there the day before she croaked, the day before she died, and had her vote on the floor while some guy was whispering in her ear, telling her to shut up and say yes. Here we go. The article says, Ronnie Jackson, a Republican from Texas, a former White House physician, warned this week that President Joe Biden won't make it another 5 years if he's reelected in 2024. The decline is happening quickly, Jackson said, who served as a physician under former presidents George Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, as he told Fox News on Sunday. Jackson argued that Biden's cognitive acuity has declined rapidly, even since 2020 when he was first elected. It's just unbelievable how much he's degenerated through his time in office. We cannot afford to have this man in office for the remainder of his term and then for another 4 years after that. He's already putting us at great risk right now, he says. Citing his experience with the White House, Jackson said he knows firsthand what it takes to be the commander-in-chief and the head of state. It's a grueling job, both mentally and physically. The man can't do the job. He's proven to us over every single day that he can't do the job, but this is just getting worse. Fair enough. Right. And I had this conversation with somebody the other day. To me, it's like, what is the even more so than his politics, right? Because you probably can't even point to Joe Biden's politics at this point or his position on things. But what you can point to is the absolute embarrassment. The absolute embarrassment to our country that is Joe Biden representing us on a world stage. The man can't string a sentence together. The man can't walk up a flight of stairs. The man can't shake the hand of any other person knowing fully well who they are at any given time. Like, how are you going to trust that man to make some of the most complex decisions of any position with the biggest impact of any position in the world? How do you expect that? You don't. You want to know why? Because, and I would almost rather have, that's what you have to understand about the president, is that the president is essentially just a figurehead. They should exude power. They should exude intelligence. They should be charismatic. They should be able to calm a crowd in times of war and excite them in times of peace to do great things. And Joe Biden does absolutely not a single one of those things. Right. So I would almost rather have somebody whose politics are just absolutely atrocious, but at least represent our country well than Joe Biden. And that's what you have to know by now, is that Joe Biden is absolutely 100% only in this position because he has nothing to say at all when it comes to politics. He is essentially a puppet with a literal hand up his ass telling him exactly what to say and when to say it. He has no opinions of his own. He is absolutely bought and paid for in every position that he holds. And that's why he's in this position. And that's why they would probably hope to keep him in there another 4 years. They being the people who really lobbied to get him there. The BlackRocks, the Vanguards, all of those people, right? So it's like he is only in the position that he is in because he holds no position. And that's what you saw in the Osama bin Laden letter. And I called it was I said Saddam Hussein. It was actually Osama bin Laden's letter. I think I was reading it wrong. Or no, that was just in a clip that I posted on Instagram. I posted a clip on Instagram and I had to edit it out because I kept saying Saddam Hussein instead of Osama bin Laden. Silly me, mixing up my terrorists. All right. So pretty wild stuff. Not that wild because we all knew the guy is about to die at any single moment. And then that's like probably the most exciting thing about Joe Biden's presidency is that the man could literally be in the middle of a speech or walking up a flight of stairs and just die in front of everybody, with all these cameras on him at any given moment. It's like we should have a death pool for Joe Biden and have over-unders on whether or not he would make a second term.